Science can clone a cell, decode DNA, simulate the Big Bang in a laboratory. But can a scientist ever resurrect dead soul from the grave? Welcome back, Knowing Allah, episode 4. Miracle. These words set our curiosity on fire. We all love prophets' miracle stories since our childhood. But in this modern era of science, a question echoes in our mind. Can scientists ever replicate prophets' miracle? Before knowing that, we have to know the meaning of miracle. The meaning of miracle, something has been done which human brain not able to understand. And that is the law behind miracle. Something has been done after breaking the laws of nature called miracle. If something surprised you and it is based on physical phenomena of nature, that is not miracle. For example, a chick come out from the egg. If you build a machine with certain temperature and you put egg under the machine for the certain days, then a chick will come out from it. This is most wonderful thing that we have ever seen, but that is not miracle. Instead of that, I will give you a burger egg and you made its omelette and a chick come out from this omelette. That is miracle. Let me tell you an interesting story of Prophet Ibrahim, in which he insists Allah that Allah, I want to see how you will resurrect that soul in the hereafter. So Allah said, Ibrahim, you don't believe on me? So Ibrahim alayhi salam said, Allah, I believe on you, but I want to see. So Allah commanded him to bring 4 birds and keep these birds along with him so they could affect with Prophet Ibrahim. After a while, when they affected with Prophet Ibrahim, Allah commanded him to slaughter these birds and make their small pieces, even make their meats and mix their meats, to put their meats different places on the mountain. And Allah commanded him to call the bird's name. As he called the name, all the meat was lifted up, assembled, and all birds brought back to life. Can science do this? And resurrecting people, one of the greatest miracles the Prophet had ever saw, especially Prophet Isa, because this miracle is connected with the sentiment of the people. Everybody wants that our loved one could believe more with us. So here is the question, can scientists do this? So answer is no, because there is a law of science. Living thing can only produce living thing. Non-living thing cannot produce living thing. When a person is dead, he becomes non-living thing. And your body is connected with physical world, but your soul is not connected with physical world. I'm going to prove this. When a person is almost dead and he's on ventilator, what do doctors usually say? He is medically dead. His heart is still beating with the help of batteries. His lungs are still breathing because of forcefully supply of oxygen, and he is medically dead. It means your heart and lungs doesn't make you alive. There is something else which makes you alive, and that is your soul, and it has left your body. So scientists cannot replicate this miracle of Prophet. You can imagine Prophet Musa's miracle in which he parted the sea. And there are many scientists who have theorized if we use air pressure, we can part the sea like Prophet Musa. You can imagine this miracle because this miracle was done in the world. Still they are theorizing, otherwise they cannot do this. But how can you define Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's miracle in which he split the moon? Because this miracle was done out of the world. So scientists cannot produce a single miracle like Prophet ever. If scientists succeed to produce a single miracle like Prophet, then all the Prophet's prophet will be on stake. And there are many Islamic scholars who are trying to prove miracle on scientific basis, and they are misleading Ummah. I have a question for these Islamic scholars. If scientists succeed to produce a single miracle like Prophet, then who will be God? Allah or these scientists? There are many Islamic scholars on the YouTube who are trying to prove night of ascension at the night of time travel. And they use Albert Einstein light of speed theory for that. For the sake of Allah, let him rest in the grave. Why are you troubling his soul? For the time travel, very first thing that you need is time. And Allah is beyond time. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there. And there was no space. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there without oxygen mask, without a space suit. And many people imagine darkness at the Sidratul Muntaha. There is no darkness, there is no light. Allah created darkness, Allah created light. We cannot imagine what is at the Sidratul Muntaha. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam visited all the places at the night. And there was a tree in Jannah. If you run a horse outward of the shadow of this tree, it will take 70,000 years. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam visited all the places of Jannah, and he came back in just 2 seconds. So how it could be time travel? And I have a question for these Islamic scholars who are trying to prove night of ascension as a night of time travel. Did you not read in the Quran where Allah is saying that I have eternal life? Allah does not specifically time existence. So how can you contain Allah in the time? And if you're doing this intentionally, so this is based on cruelty. You are blasphemer of Allah. You are the blasphemer of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah's condemnation on your faces. And let me clear you one thing. These prophets are just the performer of miracle because Allah gave them certain qualities that doesn't own anything. Allah make them to do this miracle. Then all attribute goes to Allah, not to these prophets. There is misconception in the Christian community that Prophet Isa resurrected that person, so he is son of the God and he is God. No, all attribute goes to Allah, not to Prophet. They are needy of Allah, they are servant of Allah, they cannot do this without Allah. So scientists cannot replicate a single miracle like Prophet because their law are completely opposite to each other. If they succeed, then all the prophets' prophet will be on a stake. So they cannot do this ever. And after knowing these all things, you realize that the entity granted them superpower and omnipotent to do everything. Only He deserves to be worshipped. So that is Allah. Subscribe.